Round 9 then of the World 125cc Motocross Championship comes here to Goldbach in Germany. They're the two mechanics of current championship leader, the American Bob Moore. As the riders prepare the machines and themselves prior to the race, the first race of the day, 22, the machine of Mauro Del Lago. And there is Bob Moore sporting a new moustache. Whether this is in preparation of his championship celebrations at the end of the year or not, we shall have to wait and see. Moore very close to that championship with just 2 more rounds to go as the riders line up for the start of Heat 1. Number 11 there, the Frenchman Frederic Vialle. The gate drops. Here they come then, Heat 1 from this German 125cc Grand Prix. And, whoa, someone's gone down in a big way in the middle. That looked like Frederic Werner, but it's Moore. He hasn't got the whole shot, but Moore is certainly up there. Number 1, the defending champ. That's Pedro Tragter as they sort themselves out on the opening lap. Bartolini went through just a moment ago. We're looking back for some British interest. And Kelly Swanson should be around this crew. He's gone through. There he is. Kelly Swanson, the Chase-Ab Suzuki rider. 64 in your picture there. That's Federici, the young Italian that's really beginning to set this 125cc championship alight. Seems to get quicker every week. Pedro Tragter, number 1, watching his championship slip away. 9 there, the German. Beirer, he goes through with that normal fluorescent shirt that he has on. Bob Moore then at the front. What can you say about this man? Number 61, that's Manneh, another American, lives in Italy. And Vialle, 11, getting the cheers of the crowd. Well, that's Strijbos and Tragter, then the 2 Dutchmen locked in battle. Beirer, the German. He has started to string together some very good results over the last few Grand Prix, but none the like of this man. Number 82, the Chesterfield Yamaha American Bob Moore leads from 61, the Italian-American, as we may call him now, Beirer Manneh, and Tragter trying to close down on the riders in front. Number 8, Chiodi amongst that group. Well, that's Moore's main protagonist at the moment, but Chiodi not on a charge for the front as it is. 38 just goes through. Out of your picture, that's Balducci. But Moore beginning to dominate as he seems to have done most of this 99-4 season. And the battle really is all about 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Tragter sits back there at 4th, waiting for somebody to make a mistake in front. Moore picks his way precisely around this German circuit. Tragter now up in front of, looks like Vialle and Strijbos and Del Lago. That's the next 5 through. Moore, so smooth. Many pundits of motocross comment on how smooth he looks and how quick he is. Tragter then now 2nd. Looks like Vialle, then Del Lago. Over those big jumps, delighting the crowd. And there is Chiodi. Now, he's been lapped by the leader. The reason being that on the early laps, Chiodi went out with carburation problems. Tragter comes through seconds. He went back to the pits and not the official work area, got it fixed and has sneaked back out on the track again. Well, I should think he will endure the wrath of the FIM jury. Moore then takes the checkered flag. We're looking back for the Dutchman Pedro Tragter then, 2nd and 17 points, and 3rd, Beirer Manneh, number 61. Well, Bob Moore, he looks as if he's decided to give up shaving for the last part of the championship, a beard and moustache. As the riders prepare, Pedro Tragter there, number 1 on his shirt. Unfortunately, not for much longer, one thinks. 61, Manneh. 38, right in shot, Balducci there, the Italian. There's 3 Strijbos as they settle down and make final preparations for the commencement of Heat 2. Leon Gisbers making some final adjustments to his clutch and brake with what they call an Irish hammer. Here they go then. 2nd heat gets underway. Who is it going to be? Whoa! Well, one or two hit the dirt there on that opening one, but it looks like more that has gone to the front again. Really, can anybody stop this American? And there is Chiodi now. He seems to be the only man that can. That was Beirer in fourth. I think that was Vialle in front of him. And there is Strijbos. Davy Strijbos, no stranger to championship positions, as the rest of the pack stream through, unable to do anything about the riders in front. More, Mr. Smooth, Mr. Nice Guy, bucks it into the berms. Chiodi, Alessio Chiodi, it was Vialle. Beirer is now in front of him. There's Tragter back in fourth. 61, Manneh, the American, but here's the boy that is certainly on a mission. Oh boy, really, he's 27 years of age. I think that's an understatement. A man indeed. Bob Moore. Chiodi, the 21-year-old Italian who has chased Moore throughout this championship, and just the occasional piece of bad luck really hasn't given him the chance to top the championship or even put Moore under some serious pressure. A no score in race one with that carburation problem, and we understand that he's possibly in for a nice little fine from the FIM jury here for sneaking out onto the track in race one to get a bit of practice. I should think Moore was beginning to wonder what was going on when he suddenly saw him there. Number three then, the Dutchman Strijbos goes through, and Davy Strijbos, smooth as ever, as the leader. Back into camera shot, 82. Bob Moore, Chesterfield Yamaha, and he's looking good. Chiodi, that's a Honda. Team Italia, the rest of them fight for positions. Vialle chasing Tragter, that's 15, that's Max Bartolini. One of the many Bartolinis in motocross racing. But Moore, well, there's only one of him, which is probably fortunate for the rest of the crowd, because he is so quick. Chiodi, 2 more rounds to go. There's Beirer, and the question now on everybody's lips is, can Chiodi catch up with Moore and put him under pressure for the last couple of rounds? Bartolini chasing very hard. Manneh now being caught by Davy Strijbos. But Moore, he really is in a class of his own, one would think. He just has cleared off yet again. He did this in race one and has just ruled the pace, and there's nothing that man can do. Chiodi, number 8. The German, here he is, number 9, Beirer, and Pedro Tragter in fourth, watching those points slipping away from his championship. 82 on the front of the bike. He's leading the race. Bob Moore, from the United States of America, lives in Italy and has been in European motocross racing now for some 9 years. Twice a runner-up in the 125 series. And here is Beirer now. Have we seen a chain? There's Tragter. They really are putting this one together. Vialle looks to have dropped back just a little bit. So Frederic, the Frenchman. And a checkered flag then for Bob Moore. A salute of victory to the crowd. That's 20 points. Second, it's going to be Chiodi, indeed it is, and it looks like we're looking back for third, and it's going to be Tragter, Pedro Tragter. Fox Hills Motor Park, here nestled in the hills and the countryside scenery of Wiltshire. Just outside Swindon, 76, Bob Moore leads this championship, coming here to round 11. The American looking at potentially his first World Championship. The man right behind him in the championship here, the Italian, Alessio Chiodi. Third in the championship, the defending champ number 1, Pedro Tragter. Behind Tragter, it's Davy Strijbos, the Dutchman, number 3. A former champion, Davy Strijbos, and then Pichon, the young Frenchman, back after injury. And it'll be interesting to see how Pichon performs here at the British circuit. A beautiful scenic view as we look down the hillside track into the valleys as the riders prepare themselves for the start of Heat 1. Chiodi, deep thought. 76, the machine, final preparations for Bob Moore. Number 1, the man that sees his championship slipping away, Pedro Tragter. As fastest man in time training comes out onto the line, number 8, the Italian Chiodi, followed by Davy Strijbos, the Dutchman. The board goes up. Any moment now the gate drops. Here it comes. Who's it going to be? Into that first corner. A new start here at Fox Hills Motor Park. A change from the Grand Prix of last year, but it looks very much like Strijbos. It is number 3, Davy Strijbos, gone into the lead. We're looking for Chiodi, number 8. We'll be looking for 30, Kelly Swanson, and that's 77, Claudio Federici. Really is a sensation. And the 125 ranks at the moment, he seems to get better week after week after week. But let's see what he can do. Chiodi is 3rd behind Federici. So we've got a tussle on between the 2 Italians at the moment. Chasing the Dutchman, Davy Strijbos, number 3. Moore gradually edging his way further forward as the rest of this 125cc Grand Prix pack comes screaming through. And look at this. The Italian, Federici, challenging Strijbos, and he's got it. Or has he? Chiodi, Vialle, Delago, Moore. Pichon was there, so was Beirer. There's Pedro Tragter going through. No, indeed, it's Federici has gone to the lead. Yes, indeed, and just look at Chiodi climbing all over Davy Strijbos. It's Italy 1 and 3 at the moment with the Dutchman 2nd. Moore beginning to close, going up the inside and taking another place there. But it is Federici and now Chiodi. Vialle 4th, Moore is 5th. Pichon still amongst that group, but Bob Moore really does need to finish in front of number 8, Alessio Chiodi. They are giving this just about everything that is to be given. A whole gaggle. There's Delago behind Geishers and then Pichon. But it is Federici, number 77. Claudio Federici that leads from Chiodi, from Vialle, from Strijbos, Moore, Beirer, Delago, Pichon. Balducci was amongst that group as well, number 38. That's a very awkward little chicane just there. But Chiodi now looking for a way past his fellow countryman. And can he find it? Federici really is coming alive as these Grand Prix go on. Whether he's had something earlier on in the season that's only just taking effect, I don't know. But, well, Geishers there, locking up bars, managing to stay. Well, Nathan Shelton, 19, has just gone through. There's Justin Morris, 72. So 2 of our British riders up there in the top 16 at the moment. But Federici, 77, really is a revelation here at the moment in this first heat of this British 125 Grand Prix. Moore trying to pick his way forward. He's got to get back on terms with number 8, Chiodi. He leads the championship coming here to round 11. He wants to build up a good lead before he goes into the last round. This is the penultimate. And maybe here today we could crown Moore 125 world champion, but fingers are very crossed for the very likeable American. It's still Federici, and it is still Moore is up to 4th. Bob Moore, the Californian, really starting to get on the gas. Chiodi at the moment not able to get past his fellow Italian in front, Federici, but 77. He really is setting things alight. We are absolutely astounded in his progress. Vialle still knocking on the door. Moore, then it's Strijbos behind Moore. Oh, the tension really starting to mount, and here comes Chiodi. I think he is now suffering the effects of the pressure that's been laid upon him by Frederic Vialle, number 11, having to push harder, which in turn is then pushing him onto the front of the rider on front. 38, Bartolini. There's Pedro Tragter going through. Geishers has just gone through. There was Shelton, number 19, so he's top Brit at the moment. Moore down the big drop-offs. This circuit, a hillside valley circuit consisting of straights along the valleys and then up and down the big hills, and they really are some tremendous drop-offs. Number 9, Beirer, and look at this now. It's still the top 4 as before, and Chiodi just doesn't seem to be able to find a way past the youngster in front, Federici. Delago with Pichon. Mickael Pichon, the French youngster who, back after that wrist injury that he picked up a couple of weeks ago. 10 just gone through there. John van der Berg, a former world champion. And they're beginning to close up on each other as Moore starts to exert pressure on the 3 in front. I'm fairly sure we're going to see changes quite soon. Here comes Chiodi on the inside of Federici, but he doesn't back it off at all. This is that nasty little chicane, and this is where they all close up. Moore now closing on Vialle. Strijbos is still there in 5th. Up the big hill, bringing every inch of power out of these 125cc bikes. Top 4 going through, with still Strijbos back there in 5th, and Moore is now Chiodi's gone to the lead. Chiodi found that extra bit up and down the hill, and Federici now under pressure from Vialle. But I was about to say Bob Moore closing on that group, and that's the pressure that's been exerted on the one in front. And in turn, the one in front of he, and the one in front of he, and Vialle looking to go into the lead, and Moore is tagged onto the back of those 3. Beirer, the German, goes through. Looking back behind Beirer, it's Delago. Look at this. Some sensational shots of the riders in the air as they go over the big tabletops. Chiodi, and it's Vialle now, gone to 2nd, the Frenchman. It was only a question of time. And Moore gone to 3rd. So Federici must be tiring, or he has a problem on the bike. This really is super stuff. Delago. Then it's Pichon. And there is Balducci. Well, he had Pedro Tragter, but Vialle beginning to make a play for the lead, trying the inside. Chiodi shuts the door. Moore watching every move those 2 make. Should anyone make a mistake, they'll give him the opening that he's looking for. Down the big hill they come again. Chiodi, Vialle, Moore, Federici. And this really is beginning to hot up. It's a beautiful day here. Unfortunately, not a big turnout of spectators for this 125 Grand Prix, which is a shame because this is sensational racing. As good as the 250 Grand Prix that we had here early in the year. But hopefully they'll be back maybe next year for the double-header. But the top 4, very much the same. There is Pichon with Tragter right behind him. Chiodi, Vialle and Moore. And Strijbos. So Federici drops down a place. The pressure obviously beginning to show. Then it's Beirer. Then Delago. Moro Delago 22. Pichon, Tragter, Balducci. John van der Berg, Geishers. 13 on the bike as we join the battle at the front yet again. 1, 2 and 3, those are the ones to watch. Chiodi down the big hill, Vialle number 11, Moore 76, and Davey Strijbos is beginning to close on Moore. Federici beginning to drop back off the pace just a little, so obviously beginning to tire. Not used to having to run the exertion of leading a 125 Grand Prix race, but nevertheless he can go away today and claim his place in fame as leading the first part of this race. Federici going through there now behind Strijbos. Beirer going through, then Delago. And we've seen no changes. Tragter, JVB, Geishers chasing Balducci, the Italian, down the big hill to start another one. It is still as it was before. We have got to see a change soon. I can't believe. Well, look at that. Vialle looked over his shoulder at Moore just to get some indication of where he was. Right in the middle of that big uphill ski-up jump. Look at that. A double uphill they go. Moore going through, Vialle dropping back. Bob Moore has gone to the front and taken the win in Heat 1. Bob Moore then, 20 points. Championship leader, first heat winner. Frederic Vialle here, Bob Moore winner of Heat 1 with his mechanics. And there in the picture, that's Rinaldi. Mickael Rinaldi, the team manager of the Rinaldi team that Bob Moore rides for, as Chiodi comes down onto the line alongside Heat 1 winner Bob Moore. Rinaldi was talking to Mardi, team manager of Chiodi, the Italia team, and there is Chiodi, number 8, on the inside. Now, can he do it this time? Maybe not. Yes, it is Chiodi, Moore, Vialle, and that's Kelly Swanson, number 30. That's the British Geishers Suzuki rider, managed by Rob Hooper, former Grand Prix rider himself. Well, that's good news for the Brits. They'll have something to cheer about here at this British Grand Prix, brought to you by the Thamestown Motorcycle Club, Fox Hills Motor Park. That is where we are for this 11th round of this 125cc World Grand Prix. Into that little kink again, Moore third, a bunch up here. They really are bunching up. Oh, someone's gone down, and they all ceremoniously then run over him. Well, that's what you get for lying on the floor. It is Chiodi that leads. Now, the question, we did our points adding, and if Moore finishes in front of Chiodi in this race, he will be world champion. As they come through, Balducci 38. It is Chiodi, Vialle and Moore, top 3 at the moment. Swanson is about 6. But if Moore can just get in front of the Italian, he's going to go home a world champion. Fingers crossed for him. Swanson being edged out. Chiodi. Moore is with him. Bob Moore, second now. Can he do it? Can he get past the Italian and take the World Championship here? Will we crown a World Championship in Britain? The first time, well, it'll be, yes, the first time in living memory. Vialle is third. But the battle is at the front. Moore, everybody is urging him on. It's not a big crowd, but Bob Moore, very popular here in Britain. had a terrible crash in the 250 race last year and broke his ankle. Still can't run because of it. There's Beirer just going through, but the battle is at the front, and they're clearing off and leaving the rest. Vialle is third place, number 11, the Frenchman, but it's Chiodi and Moore. The attention is all eyes on those two. Can Moore find a way? Chiodi knows he's got to keep him away. Strijbos finishing second in the first heat, and he had to work for that, but the battle is at the front. It's still Chiodi, Moore, Vialle, and then Davy Strijbos. As the rest battle for the lower positions. Down the hill, number 30 there, Kelly Swanson's got Nathan Shelton and Pedro Tragter right behind him. Over the big tabletop in the bottom of the valley, up the chalk hill they go, down the Yamaha drop, into that nasty little chicane at the bottom. And if either of them make a mistake here, it could be all over. Vialle, putting his way through there. Well, I can't say really who the crowd are actually getting really behind here at the moment, but Moore, a very popular man here in Great Britain. And look at Strijbos, he's closing on Vialle again. Don't anybody ever tell you that there isn't life in the old dog yet. Geishers goes through, then it's Federici, then Swanson, then Shelton and Tragter. Chiodi it is then that's going to take the checkered flag. Moore finishing second, and it won't be a World Championship crown for Bob Moore here in the United Kingdom. Go, Becky, go, Bob Moore's wife.
Not prepared to take any chances in that race to wrap up the World Championship, I believe?
Well, actually, I did make a couple chances, take a few chances, and I slid out a few times. I did my best. It's like I said before the race, you know, I'm going to go out and try to win the races, and I tried, but, you know, if you don't get by a Chiodi after 15 minutes, that guy is just like, holds his line, especially on a track like this, you know. I think they could have watered it maybe a little bit more because the track was so hard in one line, and it was just too smooth, you know. I prefer more rough tracks, and Chiodi, this is like a San Marino, no berms, you know, just kind of slide around the corners and go. And but he rode it really good. I'm not taking anything away from him.
No championship here today for Moore. It all goes to the last round in Belgium. Join us there.